Have you ever had a terrible day and suddenly found yourself buying something you didn't even plan to buy? Maybe you order takeout instead of cooking. You buy a new game. You scroll through an online store and somehow end up spending 50 euros. For a moment, it feels good. But later, you might look at your bank account and think, why did I even buy that? The strange thing is, stress can actually make us more likely to spend money, and it has less to do with being irresponsible than you might think. When you're stressed, your brain enters a state of threat. Your attention becomes focused on dealing with the problem in front of you. And when your brain is overwhelmed, it starts looking for something that can make you feel better right now. This is where spending becomes tempting. Buying something can create a small feeling of reward and relief. You don't have to wait weeks for it. You don't have to work toward it. You just click buy. And suddenly, you have something to look forward to. Your brain gets a quick burst of anticipation, and that feeling can temporarily distract you from whatever was causing the stress. This is one reason people sometimes call it retail therapy. You're not necessarily buying the object because you desperately need it. You're buying the feeling that comes with getting it. But there's another psychological effect happening. When you're stressed, your brain wants to regain a sense of control. Think about what stress feels like. Your boss gives you unexpected work. Someone sends you an upsetting message. You have bills you weren't expecting. You don't know what will happen tomorrow. A lot of these situations are outside your control, but spending money gives you something you can control. You choose the product, you choose when to buy it, and you decide exactly what happens next. For a few minutes, you're in charge. The problem is that this feeling of control doesn't last very long, and once the excitement disappears, you might be left with something else: regret. You may realize that you spent money you were trying to save, and now the original stress is still there, except you've added a financial problem on top of it. This can create a cycle. Stress makes you spend. Spending gives you temporary relief. The relief disappears. Then you feel guilty about the money you spent. And that guilt creates even more stress. So, you spend again to escape that feeling. And the cycle continues. But there's something even more interesting about stress and spending. When we're stressed, we're often focused on the present. Our brain becomes much more concerned with feeling better now than with consequences that might happen later. That's why a 40 euro purchase can feel completely reasonable in the moment, even if you know that you're trying to save for something important. Stress doesn't just make you spend more. It can actually change what you choose to buy. When we're stressed, our brain starts looking for quick rewards, making certain purchases feel almost impossible to resist. And if you want to understand more about the hidden psychology behind everyday behavior, subscribe for more.